What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I've got another bag review for you today. I've also got a new setup. This is the first video that I'll be posting in this new setup. It's inside, it's air conditioned, and I've been getting rid of a ton of plastic, so don't really have discs for the backdrop anymore. Keeping it simple. But today we've got a bag review. It is so stinking hot outside, hiding inside, covering some of the equipment that I have. I've got the KAVU Pacific Rimshot. You've been seeing Maria Oliva carry it, and you might be wondering why I have two different bags here. This one, which resembles the one that Maria's been carrying on tour, is actually a pre-production prototype, and this is the production run. So I'll cover some of the differences, focus a lot on this because this is what you can go buy on the shelves today. But that question comes up a lot because this is what people see Maria carrying and looking for, and this is what they can find. So let's get to it. First up, I like to cover the suspension. I think that's the most important part of the bag. No changes from the prototype to the factory one. You've got a 3D knit mesh. Pretty simple. This bag in a lot of ways is pretty simple. It's a high quality, kind of simple featured bag. KAVU, if you're not familiar with them, they make clothes. They make the rope bags, like shoulder bags that you probably would recognize. So high quality bags. They are getting back into disc golf. Back in the day, Des Redding was sponsored by KAVU and they were in disc golf, but now they're getting back in it again. But anyways, I digress. They make very high quality bags. Disc golf's kind of new to them. This one's pretty simple. You got the fun fabric print on the shoulder straps, a simple yoke, and 3D mesh that's comfortable, breathable. Not a lot of extra padding though. You do have a water bottle pocket. That was one thing that changed. The prototype, it was basically a beer can holder, which makes sense. That's very KAVU, but they've got a water bottle sized pocket now. And then to the front of the bag, you've got a really large top pocket here. We'll get that in frame that you can store jackets in. You can store an umbrella in. It is a double-sided zipper too, which I really like. That's something a lot of disc golf bags are missing. So you could just have the top open and have an umbrella coming out, or a retriever stick, or a stool. You could also stash like 3 discs in there. Fairly usable pocket, and then there is no extra organization in there. It's just a large dump pocket, which you can stack like on deck discs here and on the side. That is one change that they made, is the webbing actually is part of the pocket, this accent webbing here, so that the discs are reinforced a little bit more than the pre-production prototype. That was one piece of feedback I gave them. Yeah, I got to help design this bag. Humble brag, I got to help design it. They gave me one of these about a year before it came out, and I used it for a little while, and I sent them some feedback. And I don't know if I'm the only one that made the notes, but some of the notes that I made were taken, and that was one. I was worried, especially like putting fairway or like overstable 9 speeds that have a sharp rim. I was worried about that getting damaged. So there is a piece of accent webbing here that matches the one on the top, so reinforcing that pocket there. Left and right, that actually switched a little bit. So you have that on this one, and then also on this side you have some compression straps. So like if you had a bigger coat or a stool or something, you could compress them down there. And then this is a little bigger on this one, so you could use this as an on-deck pocket as well. On the prototype, it's slightly smaller, so you actually can't get a disc here. So that was one improvement, or another improvement that they made to the final version. And the putter pocket. This is one big thing, and a lot of people mention they like this big pocket, and I do too. This massive pocket that they had. You could lay on deck putters there, you could store personal belongings in there, you could store a lot in that pocket. The new version is similar to like a grip bag, but it is not deep enough to zip the discs shut. That's one piece of feedback I need to get to them. You can't zip it with putters in there, so you need to stash them back in the main compartment. The reason that I actually recommended they get rid of this pocket is it can hold more than the bag can support. This bag is super lightweight. It doesn't have any plastic frame sheets to make it super rigid like a lot of other disc golf bags. And that may sound like a negative, but I think it's a pro because it makes it lightweight and it kind of keeps you from just bringing the kitchen sink and everything else. But this pocket, and you can kind of see this bag, like the way it drooped, when I filled it up, it caused the bag to droop and collapse under the weight. This big, tall mouth style putter pocket is really popular nowadays, but with the lightweight, like foam core construction that this bag is made out of, I didn't feel like it was a good fit. And they went to this on deck putter pocket style opening. You have a cool little accent webbing detail here. It's actually daisy chained, so it's looped through each one. So like on this one, I have a bunch of enamel pins that I've saved on there. Shout out to Dinosaur Valley Disc Golf up in Oklahoma. Go check them out. I have videos from that property. Super rad. So you can do that. You can clip towels on there. You can put your pizzazz on there. The mouth of the bag itself, super unique, very KAVU. It doesn't have the traditional Velcro. It's got a roll up and toggle system that's kind of unique to them. So unique, not super disc golf. Doesn't have like a disc storage there, but I like that it's a little different. On the bottom, while I'm showing it to you, you do have the plastic feet just to protect the bag a little bit. Sometimes with these feet, the exterior corners of the bag end up drooping around the feet, and those end up getting worn anyways, but it's nice to have just a little something to help the bag last a little longer. And then you do have an on deck pocket up front though. That made it to the final version of the bag as well. And then the main compartment is massive. Not only is it very wide and it holds lots of discs, it's also very wide this way, which is another unique storage solution this bag has, because a disc, Holly Finley Mako 3, only covers, most of the bag. So behind here, you still have more room to stuff jackets or towels or whatever in the back of the bag, which helps bring the discs forward, making them easier to gather. And let's see how many discs I fit in here. So I've got 2 putters up top, and just for fun, they are birdies. One of my first putters. So just for clowning around, but those things are massive. So, I mean, you could maybe even fit 3 putters in here if they were conventional. Halo Polecat. Old DXP2. AVR. Pig. Another AVR. Valor Mondahano. Another AVR. Alpaca. A Mako 3. Now we're getting into the drivers. We got a Star Firebird, Unscoggins Leopard, Hawkeye, another Star Leopard, something factory second, a Turn, Thunderbird, T-Bird 3, Thunderbird, Mason Ford Wraith, Old Star Katana, and a Destroyer. Because what Innova bag doesn't have a Destroyer? Yeah, this is a bag I was building for an Innova video. Still haven't shot that yet, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 discs in there. That is a lot. And then if you aren't bringing that much stuff, because that is a lot of discs, you have a super easy to install and remove foam divider. If you're really filling the bag up, oh, I forgot, 23, 24, 25, 26. This can easily go there so you don't lose it. Or you could organize your discs and pull that divider in, and then because this bag fabric that's not super heavy or super reinforced is foam cord, it basically works as a cooler. So if you're not a tournament player and you're out bringing some brews with your buds, you could stash beers in there, and with the foam core here, the foam divider, throw an ice pack in there and a couple of drinks, and this thing's going to keep your beverages nice and cold. This is the Coastal Blanket colorway from spring. The fall colors are about to drop. This was last fall or spring? I don't know. They have a color that's very similar to this for fall. That's another cool thing for KAVU. They are a spring color and a fall color company. You know, like fashion, they're rolling other colors. So mid-season, you'll get new colors, which is cool. Because disc golf, you know, they have the 2023 colors, and the next year is 2024 colors. Get a lot of variety with KAVU. But that's the Pacific Rimshot. Almost forgot. Mini pocket, phone pocket, chalk pocket. But really quickly, last flyover on the differences between the pre-production prototypes and the final copy. We'll go from the top down. I'll try to go from the top down. We've got the putter pocket shrunk to a more conventional putter pocket just so the bag doesn't collapse under its own weight. We've got extra reinforcement on the side pockets here with this webbing strip, and that is on both sides now. Originally it was only on one side of the prototype. Now both sides of the bag have the on-deck pocket and the extra reinforcement. And then they did move the water bottle pockets on the right side now instead of on the left side, and it is bigger. It's actually a water bottle pocket instead of just like a beer can or like your single-use water bottle pocket. And that's it. So Pacific Rimshot, lots of cool colors. Not a super overpriced bag. I think they're going for $149. We've got them at Mountain Sports, so use code Davies Disc Locker and you'll get 10% off on discs or disc bags or towels or any disc golf accessories. Link will be in the description. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.